It's another Head Teachers Update. And this one is really a follow-up to last week's message about communication. Last week's video was really popular and struck a chord with many of you, and several parents asked to hear a little bit more information about it. So I wanted to build on that theme today. Now, one thing I often see is a worry starting at home time when a child shares something about their day at school. And that's perfectly normal. Remember, children are only ever sharing one small part of the story. But sometimes that gap in information can grow during the evening for you and your child. Family members might talk about it, other children might add their thoughts, and sometimes our own memories of school, which may not always have been positive, can influence how we feel about it as parents. Online groups and social media can sometimes add to that as well, and before long a small uncertainty about the day can start to feel like a huge disaster. And of course, the longer worry is left, the bigger it can become, and the more you over question your child about what happened, the more likely anxiety will rise for you both. But the reality is that schools are not like mobile phone companies or online services. They are communities built on relationships and conversations. And most of the time when you speak to the teacher, the full picture becomes much clearer. Often something has already been sorted. Sometimes it was just an accident, and sometimes the school simply hasn't heard about it yet, and sometimes even children are happily playing together in ways that can sound quite different when relayed at home. That's why the most important step is always the simplest one. Talk to the teacher. Ideally before school, if you arrive in good time, or even better, after school when you can have that quick check-in conversation I've described previously together. Now, it's also important to be realistic. One conversation might not fix everything straight away. Sometimes these things take a little time. I often think of it like that tender in a garden. It needs a bit of care, a bit of pruning, some watering and feeding all along the way before flowers eventually bloom in the height of summer. But one thing that really doesn't help is taking matters into your own hands and approaching other parents about what you've heard. That can quickly escalate and make situations worse. Just like your child, you'll often share the same peers for many years, so it's important to get on with each other as grown-ups too. It's always best to let the school help resolve things carefully and calmly, because when home and school talk openly and early, small worries stay small and children feel secure and thrive knowing that all the adults around them are working together and on the same page. And of course, it all starts with that simple phrase, remember, can we have a quick chat when you've got a minute? That's it for now. Take care and see you soon.